there's a chance that Brian Koberger could be exonerated, and Dylan Morrison and all of her sketchy friends are indeed the reason why. Sketchy because they have all been caught lying since the beginning, and the internet is not done talking about it until all the right people are behind bars. Let's talk about the motive. Stacy, Ethan's mother, said the weekend before, I think it was Parents' Weekend, it was the weekend before the unaliving, where they spent time with all of their children, the triplets, Ethan, Hunter, and Maisie, and Xana. And Stacy said that she could see where they were starting to mature. In my opinion, after all the research I've done, again, in my opinion, I'm starting to think that all four of the victims, Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee, I'm starting to think that all four of them were done with whatever was going on inside that house. And I'm starting to think that the two survivors and all of the neighbors were not done with what was going on in that house. Kaylee had accepted a job in Texas, I believe for IT is what her brother said. It was different for her. She was on her way to Texas. I do believe Madison was graduating in December. Ethan and Xana both had careers ahead of them. I'm just starting to wonder, maybe Xana was involved in the party lifestyle maybe a little more, and maybe when she met Ethan, and I think that they were together around 8 months. Maybe when she met him and fell in love with him, maybe she just started to go down a better path herself. I don't know. I'm just saying maybe that's an option. Again, I said it in my last video. I think the girls were jealous of all of them. Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee. I think the girls were jealous of all three of them. But Xana was a different kind of beautiful. She lit up every single room in a completely different way. I would have loved a friend like Xana. She appeared to be always smiling, always laughing, the life of the party. The life of the party. I think she was the only one that wasn't covered up. I'm pretty sure Kaylee and Maddie both were covered up. I think Ethan was too. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Xana was the only one who was not covered up. She was stabbed 67 times. I will repost it. Another creator just replayed it. It is old, but Xana's mother in the very beginning made a statement saying she thought that it had to have been somebody close to them, somebody that they thought they trusted, something so much more than a stalker from her own mother. In the Ring camera footage that's been coming out, you can clear as day, in my opinion, hear who called to tell on us. So again, in my older videos, I said, there's your motive. Who called to tell on us? In my opinion, that's probably Rugg related. What else would it be? Who called to tell on us? I do believe, based on the conversations that you're hearing at that same time, it sounds like it has to be directed at Kaylee and Maddie. Again, just guessing from what you're hearing. You can go listen to yourselves, because then it sounds like a male is getting upset with Kaylee and taunting her about her phone, something, maybe an account on her phone. That's what she's going to do when she goes off to college. But you can clear as day hear somebody say, who called to tell on us? So in my opinion, it was Rugg related. It was jealousy. It was love. It was a few different things. Ethan was the top man on campus. Creepy Hunter Johnson and Adam L., which is the roommate of the ex, Jack D., both of them, and I'm sure other guys, failed to recruit Ethan. And if they failed to recruit Ethan, that means they probably failed to recruit his twin brother, Hunter, as well. Xana, the life of the party, stabbed 67 times. Maddie, her heart completely destroyed 13 times plus more. Her head, her arms, her hands. Kaylee, her face almost unrecognizable. Almost unrecognizable. In my opinion, Brian Koberger must have been so upset that Kaylee was going to Texas. He must have been so upset that Maddie was graduating in December. He must have been so upset that Ethan and Xana were so in love. It was not a quiet night in Moscow. In fact, it was the exact fucking opposite. It was loud. It was active, and the internet is this fucking close to figuring out what kind of exculpatory evidence does Bethany Funk have that could prove Brian's innocence. The same Bethany that could prove Brian's innocence is the same Bethany that got it in writing that if she has to go back to the state of Idaho, she cannot be arrested. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a sketchy lying blondie by her toes. If she hollers, we'll spare her death row. In case you didn't know, the DoorDash food that was delivered was Jack in the Box. It was rumored that Kaylee once embarrassed her ex Jack D at a pool party with a young man named Hudson. Hudson was found several months prior to the Idaho 4. He was found drowned in a creek. The same PD ruled that no foul play. Hudson was a good swimmer, 19 years old, ruled no foul play, drowned in a creek. Maddie's heart was completely destroyed. It was rumored that Maddie bullied a girl named Hannah. Hannah was also found several months before the Idaho 4 from a rug over. Once again, Maddie's heart was completely destroyed. Kaylee's face almost unrecognizable. Once again, we have an ex Jack D who is roommates with Adam L. And then we have Jack Rogers Showalter, who is the hoodie guy, who is one of the last people to see Kaylee and Maddie alive. Jack Rogers Showalter, the same Jack that was in the same frat as Ethan but got kicked out because he has rage issues. The same Jack that got caught putting carcasses on another frat's lawn. The same Jack that is directly related to the Idaho Attorney General's office. The same Jack that there was blood found inside his apartment. The same Jack that when he gave his statement to police, he said Maddie and the other lady. Her fucking name is Kaylee. The same Jack that said he drove 5+ hours to his family's cabin intoxicated. The same Jack that I do believe also missed a week of work. Multiple officers will address the public and say they believe this was a targeted attack, but they have absolutely no idea why. But Bryan Kohberger is the only person responsible for this.